Hello everybody and welcome back to another Klikbot review. Today we're going to be reviewing the Klikbot Megabots. And one thing you might notice is that they currently do not come in boxes like the other Stikbots. Since this is a Klikbot Megabot 3-pack, it comes in this package right here, like this. And I guess this is because COVID or something. Sometimes whenever Zing is gonna put out a product, sort of like the Stikbot Pets, they have a different packaging, so this is just what they came in. And they all come wrapped in these little tissues here. So we got the blue, red, and green, it looks like. And funny story, the reason this review didn't come out earlier is because whenever I ordered this on Amazon, the box itself, like right here, was sort of chewed up, or it was just damaged. And because it was damaged, unfortunately, the blue Klikbot slid out, or it was just missing from the package itself. Somewhere in the post office there is a blue Klikbot that's just there, who unfortunately got separated from his other friends, but we got this new one here, and let's go ahead and open some of this stuff up. These are the Stikbots. They come wrapped in these tissues. The legs are a little bent, but that's okay. And then the parts, I guess, come in these other tissues. So here we got some treadmills for the blue Megabot, and then also this little base, this, I guess, windshield, another little piece, and a bag with more parts, probably the same for the others. And we've also got this massive little poster paper here, and it looks like the names for the Megabots are different from what they are on the Zing store. Their actual names are Stampede, Trailblazer, and Drifter. Those are much better names. It also looks like these Megabots come with a click separator, so that's helpful. That's pretty good. Alright, so here's everything unboxed, and now it's time to build the Megabots. Has anyone seen the instructions? Darn it, Zing. How many times do I have to tell you you have one job? You gotta include instructions in your set. There's no instructions. What am I gonna do? Well, looks like I'm gonna have to learn how to build this on my own without instructions. Can't be that hard, right? There we go. We got a seat, it looks like. Maybe I just attach the windshield using that piece. Yeah, that works. Alright, it took a while, but I think I finally got it. Did I do it?
20 minutes later.
Alright, I got them all built for real this time, and without instructions nonetheless. In case you guys didn't know, I'm actually a master builder, which means I can look at a picture and easily replicate and build what's on the picture. So, years of Lego mini model building finally paid off. So these are all the Megabots fully built, and I gotta say, these are looking pretty cool. But before we check the Megabots out, let's go ahead and first take a look at the Klikbots included. All of the Klikbot Megabots come with exclusive mech driver Klikbots, which are pretty much just the regular Klikbots from Series 1, but with a black sort of costume suit on. Here's a look at the red Klikbot Megabot driver. This one comes with the red Megabot Stampede. Looks nice. And then there's the blue Klikbot Megabot driver. I thought I'd go ahead and do a color comparison of the translucent black color. The one right here on the right belongs to the black Klikbot from the Studio Pack, and the one on the left is from the Megabot. And as far as I can tell, there's barely any difference. I don't know. The one from the Klikbot Megabot, this one, seems a little foggier than the black Klikbot translucent arm. This one it looks more clear basically, and this one's a little foggy. So if there is a difference, it's pretty minor. I don't really know. One thing that bothers me a little bit about these Klikbots is the fact that they have these sort of, their base color sort of goes through the black. You see it here on the sides, and then in the middle, and then on the legs. I don't really like it. It's alright, but if these are supposed to be Klikbots that are wearing suits, then why doesn't it look like this? As you can see, the red seams are no longer on the suit. It's all black, and it looks like he's actually wearing clothing instead of his clothes, like pieces of his clothes, or his skin just ripping through the clothes. Now for a look at the Megabots themselves, and these have some pretty cool designs, if I do say so myself. So here's the green one right here, This one's called Drifter. It's got wheels, obviously. Next is Stampede, which is sort of like this, I guess, hover mech sort of thing. This one looks really nice as well. And finally, Trailblazer, which is sort of a tank, I guess. It's got tracks, and also these things in the front, which can act as cannons. Even though these are suction cups, they could work as cannons. Next, let's check out the functions of these Megabots. First, on how to put your Klikbot in the Megabot. First, you're going to want to lift up the hood like this. It bends like that. And then you can also bend this backwards. And basically, the Klikbot, you know this little spot here, which is usually used for putting back equipment on the Klikbot or armor. It also works as a way to put, or to keep Klikbot locked in place on this Megabot right here. So now we just bend that down, bend this down, make sure the arms are tucked in, and now Klikbot is in his Megabot. First, let's take a look at Drifter. It has these wheels, which do turn, so we can roll it. However, I have noticed some issues with this wheel. It constantly gets stuck. It does not want to roll straight. See how it got stuck there? Sometimes it'll work like there, but it does get stuck. And these wheels are pretty loose, as you can see here. They are, especially the front wheels and the wheels themselves. It's pretty loose. It's not sturdy, but it does work. You are going to be probably using this for stop motion, so I don't think it's that big a deal. Now, to transform this thing, I really like how this is done. You basically flap the wings like this down, and then you take these wheels and then you bend them down like so, and now it's a hover drifter and it can fly. The wheels are on the bottom. I really like this wing, the way the wheels, the front wheels, or the back wheels are attached with these wings, and they automatically go down like this. This is a really cool little mechanism here. And so now it can fly. And if the turbo cycle was close to being the very first Stikbot vehicle, the Drifter is even closer. This is pretty much how a Stikbot car would be like if it wasn't like a brick build sort of thing. I'm really hoping we do get some more vehicles, like a real car or a van or something like that. Something with plastic wheels, something like the turbo cycle where it's a giant plastic mold sort of piece. And preferably something that's not foam, because unfortunately this got crushed by a stack of paper. Now let's take a look at Stampede, another really cool build in my opinion. So it's got these sort of, I guess, arms. I think these are meant to be tucked away, I don't really know, but they do move. And it's sort of meant to, I guess, hover on the ground. These little bits on the ground sort of give it the illusion that it's sort of hovering, which is neat. Sometimes they do not want to, like, you sort of have to position it so that this is like this, but if it's like that, it's just going to fall over. So it has some balancing issues, but it is possible to get it balanced upright so that it holds itself, unless something's in the back like that. And to transform it, this one has a really neat transformation. You basically turn it into a four-legged walker, so it goes like this. Sorta. Wait, like this, yeah. And then this side. Yes! Here it is. So now it's a walker Stampede. That's why it's called Stampede, because it's got a bunch of stamps. And these are suction cups too, so these can actually, they stick to the ground, which is helpful for your animations. You can move it forward. You can stick it on the ground, position it, move it. Really neat. It also has these quadruple, I guess, guns or lasers, whatever you want them to be, in the front. And yeah, that's pretty much the Stampede. I'm not really sure which Stikbot Megabot this one compares to the most. It certainly has the little, I guess, feet sort of thing, suction cup, that Avalanche does. But Avalanche is also similar to the next one we're about to check out. And that last vehicle is Trailblazer. Personally, one of my least favorites. Especially because for these tracks, they have you using the little triangle pieces, and they want you to put two of them in one track. And I did find that difficult building, so you gotta be really careful. You also make sure that it's the right side. See how these kind of have different angles? You gotta be careful when attaching those. But anyway, Trailblazer has tracks. They don't roll, and they also don't have wheels like the tracks on this one. Mini wheels. But it's fine. And it's also got these twin, I guess, cannons here. The suction cups act as cannons. And the way you transform this one is a little weird, but basically you make the tracks go up like this. And these are supposed to serve as legs so that it can walk, like so, using the tracks. And then these turn around. I believe this transformation is called mech mode, because it kind of is taller and walks. And it also has these little claws here. You've got some pretty limited claw movement here. You can only go up and down, sorta. I guess you can make it work with this joint right here. It can extend down a little bit more. But a cool thing that I have discovered that these claws can do is actually hold Stikbots. So, like this little middle bit right here, this claw, these two pieces, they can hold Stikbot like this. And now you got a Klikbot holding a Stikbot using this Megabot, which is kind of neat. Not my favorite of the 3 Megabots, Klikbot Megabots, but it's a cool one nonetheless. It's good. It's alright. I do realize now that both the Avalanche and the Trailblazer are pretty similar to each other. They both have a mech mode where they are tall and they can, I guess, grab stuff. They have arms. And they both have a sort of tank/cannon mode where they both have these things which could fire. Not to mention they both have tracks as well, so they are pretty similar to each other. Now, when comparing the Klikbot Megabots to the Stikbot Megabots, you gotta ask yourself which ones are better. And I think that both of them are actually pretty good. They're all different in their own different ways. For example, I really like that the Stikbot Megabots are all solid pieces. They all come with solid Stikbots. Whereas the Klikbot Megabots, I'm not sure the transparency looks good. I think it would have looked a lot better if it was all solid. Kind of like these pieces are solid, but then the legs of this are transparent and the windshields are transparent. I think it all would have looked better if they were all solid, just like the Stikbot Megabots. I also think I like the designs of the other Stikbot Megabots better than the designs of the Klikbot Megabots. Now, that's not to say that the Klikbot Megabot designs are bad. They're pretty good, actually. I really like some of the ways that they built some of these and the way that they look. But the cool thing you can do with the Klikbot Megabots is the fact that you build them, and you can even mix and match all the pieces if you want to, and create your own Megabots, basically. You got a lot of options here. There's wheels, there's arms, or / legs, and tracks. You can do a lot of stuff with these. You can combine them, and just like how I was making my own sort of Megabot earlier, and you can make whatever Megabot you want. So hopefully people use this to their advantage in their animations, and we'll probably see a lot of people making their own custom Megabots, which is awesome. Alright, now it's time for the verdict. Each Klikbot Megabot comes with an exclusive Klikbot, although technically you could just make them yourself with this. And the Klikbots and the Megabots are both really fun to play with. Also, the designs are pretty good for the Klikbot Megabots, although in my opinion not as good as the Stikbot Megabots. But you can build them yourself, which allows you to be able to build whatever you want. You can make anything you want with these Klikbot Megabots. And it's also great that this comes with the click separator. But you know what's not included in this set? The instructions. It's pretty dumb that there's no instructions for something that you have to build. And I'm hoping this gets changed. No, it has to be changed for the boxed version or whenever you buy them individually. They have to include instructions for these Megabots. And I'm pretty confident that they will include instructions in the future, and hopefully the 3-pack will get the instructions as well. And lastly, these can be tough to build. Sure, we have the click separator now, which does help separate the pieces, but sometimes putting the pieces together is a lot harder than it seems. Finally, for a critique that won't add or subtract any points, can we just get some extra pieces, please? That'd be nice. So, my final score for the Klikbot Megabots is 9 out of 10, and my personal recommendation is, if you want them, go ahead, get them. They're perfectly fine. So that was the Klikbot Megabot review. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like, and also subscribe if you haven't already. And also comment down below which of these 3 Klikbot Megabots is your favorite, and do you like Klikbot Megabots better, or Stikbot Megabots? Let me know in the comments down below. But that's it for this video, and until next time, bye!